How are you? Would you like to play a little game with me? It's called Would You Rather. I'm wearing this hat because this hat has some questions. It'll have an answer for A and an answer for B. If you like A, if you choose the answer for A, then I want you to run over on this side. And if you'd rather have the answer in B, I'd like you to run over on this side. All right, are we ready for the first one? Okay, here we go.
Would you rather only be able to A, walk backwards, or B, walk on your hands? A, walk backwards, B, walk on your hands. Would you rather be the size of A, an ant, or B, a giant? Gosh, where's B? Would you rather have A, 10 brothers, or B, 10 sisters? A, 10 brothers, B, 10 sisters. Would you rather have an endless supply of A, books, or B, movies? What an endless supply of B, movies? A, help someone, or B, have someone help you?
Well, that was fun. Sometimes when we're getting to know somebody, we might tell them about how others have helped us. That's exactly what Paul did in our story today. So, get ready. Here's a new one. One day, while Paul was in the temple, some men grabbed Paul and stirred up a crowd against him. The men claimed that Paul was doing wrong things. Soon all the people were shouting. They dragged Paul out of the temple and through the gates. The commander of the Roman army heard what was happening. He took some officers and soldiers and ran to find out what was going on. When the angry crowd saw the commander and his soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. The commander had Paul arrested. He ordered his soldiers to put chains on Paul. Then the commander asked what Paul had done.
What has done?
The commander couldn't understand what anyone was saying, so the commander ordered that Paul be taken away and put in the army building. The angry crowd followed. The soldiers had to carry Paul up the steps because the crowd was still trying to hurt Paul. Then Paul spoke to the commander. Paul asked if he could please speak to the people. The commander said. Paul stood on the steps. He motioned to the people. When the people became quiet, Paul spoke to them. Paul told the people where he had been born and who had taught him about the law of God. Paul told how he had arrested and killed people who followed Jesus. Then Paul told how Jesus had appeared to him. Paul told the people that he had been baptized and was now telling others about Jesus. The people listened. Some of the people still didn't like what Paul was saying, but Paul bravely told how Jesus had helped him. The story we just told was from Acts 21:27 through 22:29. That means from the book of Acts, chapter 21, verse 27, all the way through chapter 22, verse 29. So if you'd like to read that whole story yourself and understand what was going on, that would be great. We just wanted to depict a little bit of it for you. Paul told the crowd how Jesus had appeared to him and how Jesus had changed his life. We can be like Paul. We can tell others how Jesus has changed our own lives. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. 1 Peter 3:15.